Hello and welcome in this video of the refugee and the related terms. In this video, we will understand about the meaning of the refugee and we will also understand certain other related terms. So what is the meaning of the refugee? The refugee are the people who enter into the territory of the another country and who leave their territory, who leave their homeland and enter into the territory of the another country in order to save themselves from the ethnic violence or religious violence. So the refugee is a kind of forced migration of the people into the another territory. In majority of the cases, the nation, the government himself is responsible for the displacement of the people. So the refugee is a forced displacement of the people. The problem of the refugee mainly appeared after the First World War, where millions of the refugees crossed into the territory of the another country and they became homeless. The refugee problem became more acute after the Second World War, where again millions of the people became homeless and they were forced to enter into the territory of the another country. And still the refugee problem is one of the major problems of the whole international community. But we should understand that before 1950, we had no universally proper acceptable definition of the refugee. It was 1951 when international community decided the proper definition of the refugee. Who are the refugee? That was decided in 1951 UN Refugee Convention. So the 1951 Refugee Convention defines refugee and it also tells about the rights of the refugees. Now there are certain differences between the foreigners and the refugees. Actually, the foreigners enter into the territory of a foreign country for the better economic life, for the better livelihood, and to increase the economic condition of their own. But the refugees are the forced migration of the people. They enter into the territory of another country to save their life, to save their family, to save themselves from ethnic violence or the religious violence. So the 1951 Refugee Convention defines the meaning of the refugee and it also tells about the different rights. So the refugee is a kind of status which is given to the people, which is given to the foreigner because he is helpless and he is bound to leave his homeland and he has taken refuge into the another country. So the refugee have the same socio-economic life, so socio-economic rights like the freedom of internal movement, the right to employment and the right to public assistance. So according to 1951 Refugee Convention, this is the universally acceptable definition of the refugee. Refugee is a person who is owing to well-founded fear of being persecuted for reasons of race, religion, nationality, membership of a particular social group or public opinion. So these are the certain grounds on which the refugee status is given to the people. Now the refugee is also a status just like a citizenship. Now there are some illegal immigrants also, but they cannot be called the refugees. The illegal immigrants cannot enjoy the right to employment, the right to internal movement. It cannot be enjoyed by illegal immigrants. So the refugee is a kind of status which is given to the people. Now there are certain differences between the refugee and an asylum seeker. An asylum seeker is a person who has crossed the boundary of his own country and is waiting for the entry into the another country. He is wanting the refugee status. He has not entered into the territory of the another country. Now the refugee is a person who has already entered into the territory of a foreign country and he has already got the refugee status. Now if a person has got the refugee status, that means he is allowed to live into his country and he can also enjoy certain other rights like the right to employment, the right to get education, the right to internal movement. So these are the certain rights which a refugee can enjoy. But asylum seeker means a person who has crossed his own country in order to save themselves from the ethnic violence or the religious violence, and is still waiting for the permission to enter into another country's territory. So I hope that the meaning of the refugee is clear, and you can also differentiate between the refugee and the asylum seeker. Now, these are certain examples of the refugees. The first is the Syrian refugee. There are around 6.6 million Syrian refugees who are living in the another country of Lebanon, Jordan, Iraq, Egypt, and Turkey. The another one is the Afghan refugee. The Afghan refugees, the Afghanis people were displaced because of the USSR intervention in 1979. In 1979, USSR, the ex-Soviet Union, did attack invasion into Afghan, and because of the invasion of USSR, 2.7 million Afghani refugees became homeless, and they entered into Pakistan. They took refuge into Pakistan, Iran, and India. We will discuss the Afghan refugees in detail. The third example is the South Sudanese. The Sudan has the highest number of displaced people in the world. Approximately 2.3 million South Sudanese living in the host country of Sudan, Uganda, Ethiopia, and Kenya. So these are the three examples of the refugees, so that you can identify the meaning of the refugees. Now, if the refugee status has been given to the people into the host country, there are certain rights which can be enjoyed by the refugees, like the right to education, the right to get employment, the right to move freely into the host country. So apart from the 1951 UN Convention, there are certain other rights which are enjoyed by the refugees. So the 1951 Refugee Convention is the first one, and the second one is 1967 Protocol. Actually, the 1967 Protocol removed the time and territorial limitations of the 1951 Refugee Convention. The 1967 Protocol broadened the meaning of the refugees. It broadened the scope of the 1951 Refugee Convention, because the 1951 Refugee Convention was limited for Europe only. But the 1967 Protocol broadened the scope of 1951 Refugee Convention, and the whole country's refugee came under the protection and care of 1951 Refugee Convention. So in a short form, it can also be said that the 1967 Protocol is the extension of the meaning of refugee enshrined in 1951 Refugee Convention. The third one is the OAU Convention. It mainly targets the Africa. In the African subcontinent, the situations of the refugees were different. So OAU Convention was accepted. It was accepted in 1963, and it mainly targets the African refugees. The fourth one is the Cartagena Declaration of 1984 for the Latin American countries. So in the Cartagena Declaration, the meaning of the refugees were enshrined where it targets the Latin American countries. So I hope this is clear for everyone. So I hope that these laws related to the status of the refugees are clear for everyone. So let's move to some of the rights of the refugees. So there are three basic rights which are enjoyed by the refugee. So as I have recently said, that the refugee is a kind of status which are given to the outsiders, because they have the fear of being persecuted into their own country, and on the basis of compassion, the host country has given the refugee status to the aliens, to the people of another country. So being the refugee status, after the immigrants get the refugee status, these are the three basic rights which can be enjoyed by them. So the first important right is the freedom of internal movement. The illegal immigrants cannot move into the host country, but the refugee have the full right to move anywhere inside the host country. So the refugee can move anywhere in the country in which they have taken their shelter. So the first one is the movement, the freedom of the internal movement. So the second one is the right to get employment. In order to get their livelihood, the refugee have the full right to get the employment. They can be employed anywhere and they can earn their livelihood in order to sustain their life. So this is another most important right which can be enjoyed by the refugee once they have got the refugee status. So the third important right is the right to get public assistance. So they also have the right to get help from the public and to settle at any place. So this is the three most important rights which are enjoyed by the refugee. Actually, there are so many rights which we will discuss in detail in our next chapter. So I hope that the three basic rights of the refugees are clear for everyone. So now the asylum seeker. Who are the asylum seekers? As we have discussed recently that the asylum seekers are the person who are waiting, who have crossed the border of their own country, of their homeland country, and they are waiting for the refugee status to be given in the asylum country. They have not entered into the territory of another country, but they are waiting for the permission. They are waiting for the permission of the refugee status. It can also happen that a host country has not allowed the asylum seekers to enter into the India, or even if they have crossed their territory, but they are waiting for the refugee status to be accorded to them. They have not got the refugee status. They cannot move anywhere. The asylum seekers don't have the right to get employment or public assistance or the right to security. They will be treated as illegal immigrant into the host country. So these are the main difference between asylum seekers and the refugee. The asylum seekers, the status of the refugee has not been given to the asylum seekers. If the asylum seekers get the status of the refugee, they will also get all the rights of the refugees. They can move anywhere and they can get the public employment. So I hope that the meaning of the asylum seekers are clear. Now the third most important term is the internally displaced persons. In the short form, it is also called the IDP. Now, who are the internally displaced persons? The internally displaced persons are those people who have not crossed the border of their homeland and they are displaced within their country. They can be displaced because of the natural calamity or any kind of ethnic violence or the religious violence, but they have not crossed the border of their country. They remain within their country. In majority of the cases, the country himself is responsible for the displacement of the people. So IDPs do not enjoy the rights of the refugees. They are not the refugees because they have not crossed their border of their homeland country and they are within their own country. So the 1951 Refugee Convention is not applicable for the IDP because they are not the refugees. I hope that the meaning of the IDP is clear for everyone, and the situation, the condition of the IDP is more disastrous. The more it is more horrible because they are outside the protection of the UNHCR. So what are the main causes for the displacement of the people or the IDPs? War, flood or natural calamity or displacement of the people is also done by development work like the construction of the dam or reservoir. Suppose the tribal people are living in a particular forest. Now we have to clean for the development purpose. The government has decided to build a reservoir over the forest and the tribal people. So the government has decided to build a reservoir over the places in which the tribal peoples are residing. So the development of the reservoir or the dam will lead to the displacement of the people. So after being displaced, where they will go? They will become the IDP because the people are displaced from their traditional homeland. Development work is the most important cause for the displacement of the IDP. Now it is going to increase day by day as the developing countries of Asia, Africa and the Latin America are engaged in the development work. The IDPs are more in the developing countries of Asia, Africa and the Latin America. The IDPs are not generally seen in the developed countries of Europe and America. So these are the three most important causes which are responsible for the displacement of the people and the IDP. Now there are certain examples. Who are the IDP? The important IDPs are the Syrian. In Syria, 7.5 million people are IDP. It is the highest number of the people. In Colombia, 6 million people are the IDPs. In Iraq, 3.6 million people are IDP who are internally displaced, and they are scattered over the whole country. Now, the next one is the stateless people.